My name's Ian.
Daphne, nice to meet you.
Yeah, okay.
So we met in high school. 11 years later, we got married, but our lives changed forever when I inherited my grandfather's 500-year-old chateau in France.
We're a long way from California right now.
The chateau is 15 miles outside of Paris in a small village called Les Amis.
If you look at the chateau from the sky, it is like 4 times the size of the village, which is a little awkward for the mayor. Ready?
Here we go. So this is our Louis room because of Louis's portrait. Apparently Louis XIII actually had his honeymoon here with his little, what is that?
Magic wand.
So this is our main ballroom. It is so gorgeous. The chateau has 4 floors. The first floor has 3 gorgeous ballrooms and a stunning staircase. But it's the 3 floors above that that are a problem. There are over 20 rooms up there, and almost all of them need a total renovation. Cracks all the way down the hallway.
This actually looks like fungus.
A whole window fell out of the chateau.
No.
It's like a serious biohazard.
This is the last thing we needed.
This is a total disaster. Sometimes you kick it and it works. Every project is enormous. We're not just fixing one window, we have to fix 134 windows. That's just for the chateau. And then there's the lodge, the 28 horse stables. We have the farmhouse, the dove tower. And then there's the cabin in the woods, and the 2 lakes, and the forest, and 133 acres of land. It's immense. Ugh. What did we do? I'm feeling really overwhelmed. People probably assume that you're so wealthy that you bought a chateau for yourself. It is not our case. My grandfather was born and raised in France. He worked his whole life to fulfill a dream to buy a chateau, which he did in 1981. He tried to renovate the property, but the project was too big, and he was never able to make the chateau livable. When my grandfather actually passed away in 2020, we owed the French government over $1 million in inheritance taxes. It was just heartbreaking to think that we could lose the chateau. But we built on my grandfather's wedding business. It's so nice in here. We sold the apartment that we had been able to afford. We put all of our life savings into it, and against all odds, Ian and I have managed to keep the chateau, but it is still a question every single day of whether or not we can still make it work.
I feel like every time we walk through here, we find another problem.
Like, just now. Our long-term dream is to renovate the chateau and turn it into our home. Right now, Ian and I live in the Hunter's Lodge. All right, what do you think we should make for lunch?
Pasta? Although, that scares me.
What?
You don't hear that?
Did you just break my light bulb? You broke both of them. Unbelievable. There's no place in the chateau for us to stay, but we're planning on fixing that with our first big renovation. It's gonna be fun bringing everything up and down these stairs.
My quads are gonna be huge by the time this chateau's done. Daphne and I wanted to find a place in the chateau that we could make our own.
And there's one room we've got in mind at the very top of the building.
I'm gonna start by getting rid of those spider webs.
In medieval times, castles would have what's called a solar.
I've read the word solar actually comes from the Latin word solus, which means alone.
It was often used as the private chambers for the lord and lady of the castle. And I would like us to be lords and ladies, but the solar's never been lived in.
this room is gonna need a lot of work.
It's a studio, right?
Yeah, it's
We'll
like a
have a bed.
studio apartment. I'm thinking a bed in the middle, and then having like a little more of a lounge area here with like a couch and a couple chairs. I mean, the shape of this room is so beautiful though. Like,
I really like it. It's almost like an A-frame.
it's like a tulip frame.
Yes, you have a tulip frame.
So this is what we plan to do here. We need to strip out the joists and let the light in, and we need to reveal the shape of the room. The wind blows right through here, so we'll insulate and board, and it needs a whole new floor. My dream is to create a cozy romantic studio space with a gorgeous bed, a cute little breakfast nook, and a stylish lounge area. We've set aside $35,000 for the solar renovation, $20,000 for materials, and $15,000 for labor. We're gonna do as much of the work as we can ourselves. We can see the garden through this window?
Yeah, it's a solid view.
Oh, there's a lot of flies though. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit creeped out by it right now.
When this is finished, are you gonna be cool with sleeping in the chateau?
Oh my gosh, I've never slept in the chateau. We're not new to renovating houses, and we both grew up helping our dads work at their jobs. My dad was a stone designer, and I've been working with him since I was like 12. All right, that's pretty good.
My father is a paint contractor.
I bought my first car in high school because I worked every summer painting houses, working on home renovations.
Just before coming to France, we were actually expecting to buy a small piece of land and build a tiny house, and that was much more fitting for our level of renovation experience.
This chateau game
It's like 10 houses. So
It's a whole new world.
there's a dungeon. So how do you renovate that? That's the question.
I'm a contractor originally from London, England. I'm now working in France. I'm a carpenter, but I turn my hand to pretty much any trade, so I can literally renovate a property. All right, good to go? The solar is a beautiful room. The shape of the carpentry work up there is incredible, but it looks like there's been a lot of damage over the years. So it's going to be a big job to transform this solar into a room that's habitable.
Okay, only 3 more floors to go, guys. I'm so excited to be finally getting started with these renovations in the chateau. It's the first real renovation that we're doing there. So we're hoping to remove all the wooden joists to let some of that natural light in. A couple of years ago, we didn't even know if we'd be able to keep the chateau. And now we're getting started on renovating it to make it our home. There are like a lot of flies.
The floors are live.
Yeah, that's gross.
Ew. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling kind of mortified by this. They're like flying up my pant legs.
Yeah, they're intrusive little guys. There's a lot of birds, you guys.
Probably why there were so many flies.
Yeah.
People are calling me a princess. I'm wondering if they understand what it means to own a chateau.
Back. Stand still, it won't hit you. Keep still, it won't hit you. It's a bat. It's a bat.
I really don't like that.
You don't say.
That was a pretty dirty job, but the good news is all the flies are finally gone, and it's looking a little less like a horror movie now. But still a long way to go. Oh my goodness. What is this? There's a hole.
Really?
Yep. Look, if you look straight through here, you can see down into the staircase.
That's carrying your chandelier.
What?
Wait, okay, hold on.
These are strapped to the joists and they carry the weight of the chandelier. And it's all still looking good.
So there was a chandelier there one time.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so exciting.
That's fantastic.
Since I was a little girl, I've always dreamt of having a chandelier in the big staircase below. This dream actually can come true as soon as we can afford a chandelier.
Ian, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do I sound like the voice of God?
The chateau is full of surprises. And one of my favorite things at the chateau is learning about the history of it. The chateau was built in 1508, and about 100 years later, a lady named Leonora Dori bought the chateau. Leonora came from super humble beginnings, but she was a childhood friend of Marie de Medici, who married King Henry IV to become the Queen of France. Through her connections with the Queen, Leonora managed to become very rich and build up a huge fortune, and used that fortune to build up the chateau, the gardens. But here's where her story turns sad. When Louis XIII became king, she fell out of favor with the royal family and ended up being beheaded. As a little girl, my grandpa would tell me stories about Leonora Dori, and nobody knows what happened with the great fortune that she supposedly had. Legend has it that she hid her treasure somewhere, and here we are, 500 years later, and no one's ever found it, so it's gotta be here somewhere. Last night, Tony told us that the bell tower could basically fall through the roof.
And his estimate was around 200,000 to have that repaired.
We didn't have a very restful evening.
I don't know how we can afford that at all.
We can't.
How bad is it?
When I got up there today, found another big piece of rock.
That's all soaking.
Put my hand straight through the wood.
Oh my gosh. Did you check that corner too?
Yeah, this corner's not too bad. It's going to be very hard to do, but I've had a good rethink on what we can do to support the bell tower, because if we have to go down the route of lifting the roof off, it is going to cost hundreds of thousands. I think I can make a frame up that will support the legs of the bell tower internally to give us extra support.
Okay, that's good.
That sounds like we're saving $200,000.
It's going to be a lot cheaper if we go forward this way, but we must replace all this rotten stuff.
Tony, I think we have a bunch of old timber like this in the hangar.
Is there something we can go and have a look at?
Yeah, we have tons of old stuff laying around. The bell tower needs to be fixed ASAP.
It should be okay for the moment, but if we get really strong winds, I'd be seriously worried.
The hangar is one of the outbuildings on the chateau domain. Daphne's grandfather filled the hangar with old antiques and building materials over the years.
Now, two big posts have got to be 8 foot long.
Wow, okay. This one's 9 feet.
9 foot? Perfect for us.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take one of these too. I've been trying to think of a way we can add some kind of rail at the top where we've been climbing up with the ladder.
Beautiful. Nice long strokes. Don't force anything.
Hold on, guys. Pardon, monsieur. C'est privé. The local French people can't read the word private. That's the second trespasser we've had today.
I'll let you do the honours.
Hey.
That's spot on. That's a superb Mortison challenge, right?
I've just found some parquet flooring taken out of the chateau when it was renovated at some point, which I'm gonna give a new life as the centerpiece of the floor in the solar. It's funny to kind of put yourself in the place of like old pieces that came out of a chateau. Like, I wonder how many ball dances have been danced on this. I could sand it and then stain it, but I like the old wax feel, so I'm just gonna use some light wire wool, then we'll be able to wax over it again. But it's always the compromise when you're restoring antiques. Are you trying to make it look brand new, or are you trying to keep the old feel?
This stuff is made up of multiple layers of materials, and this is the equivalent of 8 inches of fiberglass insulation.
That's awesome. We're using this insulation tape to make sure there's no gaps. Well, say hi to Granny for me.
Oh, yes.
I guess, bonjour.
Yeah, I think she might prefer that one. Thank you, love. Do you need anything from Paris?
Just you? Tomorrow?
I'll be back.
Okay. Daphne is going to Paris because she's going to stay at her grandmother's tonight. See you tomorrow. And I wanted to surprise her. Tony, meet me in the solar.
OK, mate, I'm on my way over.
I figured this is the perfect opportunity to get the solar ready for her. So when she gets back from Paris, we can spend the first night in the chateau together. So as of now, I have a bit less than 24 hours.
What's going on, babe?
Hey, nothing. Everything's fine. How was your trip?
Good.
Here's a rose for you.
Oh my God, what did you do to the chateau?
Nothing. Look, everything's fine. I just have a little surprise for you, okay? Can I get your luggage?
Yes.
Okay. I find it funny that your first instinct is that I burned the chateau down.
And I have no idea. You're acting strange.
No, it's a good strange.
What is this?
Welcome to your first night in the chateau.
Oh my gosh, what did you do? He did such a good job. That was so cute. And this means we get to spend our first night in the chateau.
I hope you like it.
I love it.
Really?
Thank you. Yes, this is amazing.
That's a relief. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you.
It's come a long ways, huh?
Oh my gosh, the transformation in this space is incredible, Ian.
Yeah, there's a few less dead flies. When we first came into the solar, it really felt like we were in a haunted house.
I could not believe how gross it was. And now look at it. This luxurious, comfy, romantic suite. There's so much light. It's so beautiful. It is an experience.
Over here we have our living room corner. Take a seat.
We're just missing a little coffee table.
I may have forgotten a coffee table.
And you got the iron up there?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. You even put in the light from the antique market?
Mm-hmm.
By incorporating these reclaimed elements, we're really able to make the solar feel like it's part of the chateau. They really help make the space feel timeless. I can't wait to have my first night in the chateau.
Yeah?
And in the morning, breakfast with a little peek on the garden.
Yep.
I love that.
Probably the best view in the chateau.
It's even better than I imagined. Renovating the solar went a little bit over budget. We ended up in like the $40,000 range, but we also managed to save ourselves about $200,000 by saving the bell tower before it came crashing down. Oh, is this my grandpa's globe?
Yeah. I remember you told me that when you were little, he would point to different places he's traveled on the map and teach you about the world, so I thought it was nice to have a little memento of Grandpa.
My grandfather started the work here at the chateau with the renovations that he took on. Ian and I are just following in his footsteps. I love that. That's so sweet. His presence is here for me. Like, so much of this is because it keeps him alive for me. My gosh.
Pretty good, right?
Oh, that's so good. What is that?
Ah. Well.
Our initials?
Yeah. You know, this is the first project we've completed in the chateau. It's kind of like putting our stamp on the place.
That's really cute. I love that. Have you tried this bed yet?
Technically, no. So how do you feel about this view in the morning?
Oh, it's gonna be so incredible.
To the first renovation of the chateau.
Cheers, baby.